You are one of the easiest people to be around. You remember people's names. You ask the right questions. You make everyone feel welcome. And when you leave a room, people genuinely say, I love them. And yet, you drive home alone and feel this strange, quiet emptiness, like something is missing, like you are just surrounded by people and somehow still completely by yourself. And the confusing part is you don't even know how to explain it because you're not shy. You're not unlikable. You're not the person sitting alone in the corner. You're the opposite of that. So why does it still feel like nobody really knows you? Here's what I want you to hear first. There is nothing wrong with you. This is actually one of the most common and least talked about experiences a person can have. And today, we're going to make sense of it. Let's start with something simple. There's a difference between being liked and being known, and most of us never stop to separate the two. Being liked means people enjoy your company. They invite you places. They laugh at your jokes. They text you back. That's real. That counts. And you probably have plenty of it. Being known is something else. It's when someone has seen you on a bad day and stayed. When someone remembers something small you said months ago because they were actually paying attention. When you don't have to perform, you can just be. And here's the thing, you can have a full social life, a packed calendar, a long list of people who genuinely like you, and still have almost none of that second thing. That gap right there, that's where the loneliness lives. Now, here's the part that might surprise you. Your friendliness, the thing that everybody loves about you, is actually part of what's keeping people at a distance. Not because there's anything wrong with being warm, but because when you are really good at making people feel good, they stop wondering how you feel. You seem fine. You're always fine. You're the one checking on everyone else. So nobody checks on you. Think about the last time someone asked how you were actually doing. Not the quick social, how are you, at the start of a conversation, but a real, genuine, sit down kind of ask. If you're struggling to remember, that's not because people don't care about you. It's because you've accidentally trained them not to look. And this is the thing nobody tells you. The warmer you are, the more invisible your own needs become. People get so comfortable being cared for by you that they forget you might need caring for too. So how does this happen in the first place? For a lot of people, the friendliness didn't just come naturally. It was learned. And it was learned early. Maybe you grew up somewhere where keeping the peace was important, where being easy to be around meant things stayed calm. Maybe you moved a lot and figured out fast that being likable was the quickest way to belong. Maybe somewhere along the way, you learned that if you focus on other people, things go smoother. So you became the person who asks the questions, who keeps the energy up, who makes sure everyone's okay. And that is genuinely a beautiful thing. But somewhere in all of that, you stopped letting people in on what was going on with you. Not because you're hiding, just because it became a habit. Focus outward. Keep it light. Don't make it about you. And here's what happens over time. You get really, really good at talking without actually saying anything personal. You can spend 3 hours with someone and leave knowing everything about their life while they know almost nothing about yours. It's not dishonest. It's just the pattern you've been running. But here's what the research tells us. The thing that actually makes friendships feel deep is when both people share something real. Not just time together, not just history, but actual honest moments where one person says something true and the other person receives it. And if you're always the receiver, always the one listening, always the one supporting, then the friendship only grows in one direction. It stays warm, but it stays shallow. And shallow feels lonely, even when it's full. So what actually changes things? It doesn't mean you have to become a different person. You don't have to suddenly unload everything on everyone. That's not it. It starts small. Next time someone asks how you are, try answering honestly, even just a little. Honestly, it's been a strange week. That's enough. That's a door. Most people will walk right through it because they like you. They've always liked you. They just never thought you needed anything because you never let on that you did. And slowly, over time, the people who are capable of going deeper with you will start to show up differently because you gave them something real to connect with. There's one more thing I want to leave you with. You don't earn your place in people's lives by being easy and warm and giving every single day. You are already worth knowing before you proved any of that. The loneliness you feel isn't because the connections aren't there. It's because the full version of you isn't in the room yet. And that's not a character flaw. That's just a habit that can change. The people who are going to love you most aren't waiting for the performance. They're waiting for the moment you relax and just let them see you. If this resonated, subscribe. See you in the next one.